What's up guys, it's Matt here, back with the second video ever on my channel, and today I'm talking about what I want to do throughout FIFA 19 with my team, with my road to glory, kind of where I want to take it as the year goes on. I do want to build not necessarily a specific team, but a really good team over the years. I've never really had a full icon team or a lot of icons. Usually, like last year with the Icon SBCs, I ended up with a couple in my team, but really not as many as I would have liked to imagine I would have gotten, especially with how much I played the game. So I do want to be more diligent with how I use my coins and what I do on kind of a weekly basis with rewards, all that kind of stuff. But today I really just want to show you what the team I envision might look like towards the end of the year, as well as kind of just a club tour, kind of see what's going on with my team, where I'm at right now. It is predominantly on tradables because the coins that I'm using are just for trading, and I'm really trying to get better at trading. I've actually been watching a lot of the Run the FUT Market streams. He's a fantastic trader, knows a lot about what's going on with the market. Just from watching him since, I mean, the game's only been out for 3 weeks, and he's already up to like 2.5 million coins, physical coins, and then I think something like a 4 or 5 million transfer profit. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you want trading tips, go and watch his streams, go and watch his YouTube videos. He's absolutely fantastic. Knows a lot about the market. Great person to just get a little bit of insight from. Even if you can only stop by for 5 minutes, you'll learn something. He teaches you so much, so I highly suggest going and checking out his content. It's really fantastic. But for me, I just want to show you briefly kind of, I did show you the team that I ran with last weekend league and talked about that a little bit in the last video. So this is the team that I would love to have come the end of the game. Obviously, lots of icons, lots of high-rated players in there. So, and they are bound to change with as people get informs, as more of my favorite players start to do well. You never know how it's going to end up, but this is kind of the idea that I want my team to look like. David De Gea in net, obviously one of the best keepers on the game every single year. And I am a Manchester United fan, so kind of goes hand in hand. I'm sure De Gea is fantastic on this game. This is his loan I have in the club, and I haven't even used it. Got it from the catalog day one, and I haven't used it yet. I might throw him in this weekend league just to test him out, because maybe I switch him out for Yashin or Lehman or one of the other icon goalies, or maybe Handanovic. I mean, there's plenty of different people that I could put in there as the year goes on. And then the likes of Ramos and Marcelo, who I actually don't know if Marcelo's getting a team of the year, but obviously Ramos getting a team of the year pretty much every year. The best defender in the world right now, far and away. His team of the year card usually ends up being around 800,000 coins, so obviously that doesn't come out until January, so we have plenty of time before that comes out to get and build those coins up. Then Prime Rio Ferdinand, everybody always rants and raves about how amazing this card is. Last year I think I used his baby card or his lowest rated icon card, whatever you want to call it, and I did really enjoy him, and I want him to kind of be a staple in the team. Javier Zanetti, I used his SBC card last year because it was like ridiculously cheap towards the end of the game with all the team of the seasons and things coming out. I think I ended up doing it for like 50,000 coins or something. Absolutely ridiculous. And I love his card. His stats are amazing. He's great all around. High work rates. Never gets tired. He's fantastic. So that's kind of the defense I want. Obviously, you know, maybe Prime Rio isn't as good as Desai or Hierro or somebody like that this year. You can always kind of switch those guys out, but that's the general idea of where I want to take the team. And then this Michael Ballack card just looks absolutely fantastic. 4-star, 4-star. Medium high work rates, looks like a fantastic, I mean, he easily could be a box-to-box midfielder, but a CDM who can also track forward and get you goals, definitely from outside of the box, with I think he's probably got like upper 90s. Yeah, look at that. Long shots 92, shot power 94. Obviously going to be a fantastic card. And then the right wing, I actually want Mbappe. He's just such a young, exciting talent, and everybody wants his cards on FIFA. Obviously, this week he has the Inform, the 88 rated Inform for 4 goals against Lyon. So maybe eventually just upgrading to that Inform whatever. Again, I have the loan in there from the catalog that I haven't used. I haven't tested them out, but I've only heard great things, especially with the 5-star skills this year. I can't even imagine how good that card is and is going to be as the year goes on with Team of the Seasons and things like that. Then on the left side, I picked Nedved just because 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, fantastic overall card. Really, there's no downside to him. I mean, you could say defending, but you don't really need your left mid to defend all that often. Fantastic stamina. Whoops. Fantastic stamina. Just fantastic card all around. And, you know, that could change. Who knows if, you know, the likes of maybe Perisic or somebody like that gets a lot of informs throughout the year, that could rotate out. Or maybe Giggs is a fantastic card, and being a Manchester United fan, maybe I want to try him out. Who knows what it'll look like. This Baggio card also just looks absolutely fantastic. He's under $1 mil right now. Who knows where he'll end up at as the year goes on. But 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, fantastic stats for a cam. I think he'd be a great card to use and looks really fun, really entertaining, and you can't hate on the hair. You gotta love that hair. For the hair alone, you want this guy in the team. Then everybody wants Striker Ronaldo. Pretty standard for everybody's kind of end goal team every single year. So yeah, he's up there. And then I put Van Nistelrooy in the team because since the meta is kind of changing this year, obviously he only has 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, which isn't great. So, you know, maybe won't end up using him. Maybe a Team of the Seasons Suarez or somebody like that. Could be somebody that goes in there instead of him, or Cavani with the Mbappe link, something like that. But his stats really lend themselves to the style of play for this game. You need a lot of strength. The tall strikers do really well with heading and everything. But that's the state of the game right now. So as the year goes on with patches and updates and things, you never know where the game will end up, how it'll end up feeling. Maybe pace will become more important, or maybe it'll become even less important, and I could put somebody in there like Alan Shearer or somebody like that, who I think he has a better weak foot. I think he has like a 4-star weak foot. So the team is definitely going to change as the year goes on, but this is just kind of the general idea of where I want to take my club going forward. So now I'm just going to give you a tour of the teams that I run with now, and really the main one that I play with is this 4-2-4 team, which I still need to try out the 4-2-4 a little bit more with this team. As I said in the last video, I predominantly play in the 4-3-2-1 for this past weekend league, but with packing this Josh King card, I don't know if it's just I should switch him out straight up for Zaha, or whether or not this, I know this setup works well. It's a lot of high pressure, but it depends on how many goals I start leaking to see whether or not my defense is good enough, or if I just need to switch back to a more stable formation that's not quite as attacking. So this is my Prem team, pretty straightforward. I do have some high-rated players in here, obviously, with the likes of the packed Mohamed Salah, which he could end up getting traded in. Right now, he's pushing like 270,000 coins, so it's hard to say no to that kind of coinage this early in the game. But we'll see what I end up deciding to do with it, especially like this inform check. Week 2 inform, kind of bought it as an investment, but he is a pretty solid keeper, so for right now, we're keeping him. This is the Italian League team on the bench. I'll actually just go to it to show you. And so the Italian League team is right here, which we can actually call it the Serie A now, which is fantastic after last year, whatever the rights, whatever it was. So this is the team where it stands right now. I actually haven't played with it with Quagliarella up front yet. I was using Simone Zaza, but he just wasn't very good. And Quagliarella has better shooting stats, so I figured I'd give him a shot. This Quadrado is untradeable. Obviously, the Verdi from the weekly objective is untradeable. And then this Miranda and this Albiol are also untradeable from those UCL upgrade packs that came out last week during the Champions League games that were going on. So this team is predominantly untradeable. I think maybe the only player that's not untradeable is that Khedira, and he's only worth like 5,000 coins right now, so I'm just holding on to him. He might get sold if there's ever an SBC that 85s jump up to like 10, 15k like they do when those high-rated SBCs come out. So as you can see, that's what the team that I kind of use to rotate, maybe to play squad battles and just kind of get some fitness. So the other teams that I have, the Bundesliga team, I haven't played this team in a while. I started out playing with the Bundesliga at the beginning of the game and really just wasn't getting on with it all that well. They don't have as many top tier meta fitting players as the Italian League and the BPL do pretty much every year. So I quickly turned away from the Bundesliga, but this is what the team kind of looks like. I do have some decent cards on the bench. This Renato Sanchez card is really good all around, and it's good to see he's also doing very well with Bayern Munich, back with them this year. So he could be potentially be getting informs and whatnot as the year goes on. So this team obviously is going to change moving forward, but I'm pretty sure this entire team is first owner. Maybe not Kramaric. Let's see. Yeah, I bought him for 850 coins. So an 82 rated striker. I think I'm like 99% sure that he's the only purchase player. Maybe Baumann, actually. Yeah, so Baumann and Kramaric, the only two players that I've bought for this team. Everything else is either untradeable or just pack pulled. This Sabitzer, I haven't used this card yet. I really want to. He just has fantastic stats. Probably a great super sub wherever I need him. Obviously, maybe not as a defensive midfielder, but going forward, I could play him up front with that 86 acceleration, and his finishing, plus 80s finishing, I think will do the business, especially with time finishing. He'll be a great super sub for me this coming weekend league and potentially into the future. A couple of the other teams that I've just kind of been creating as I go on. This Brazilian team, I don't use it. I'm just kind of filling it in. Yeah, I mean, obviously, with a bronze goalie, I'm not using it. But lone Neymar on the bench. I picked up this Richarlison once to watch. I should have sold him when he scored. I picked him up for 25,000 coins, and he scored this past weekend, but I actually wasn't watching the game or even saw that he had scored. I woke up late. So I should have sold him while its price jumped up to, I think it was like 35,000 coins or something like that. Player of the month, Lucas. Pretty solid card. I actually like playing him out on the left better than playing him in the right because you can cut in and finesse the ball with his strong right foot. Since he only has the 3-star weak foot, his left foot's not too great to play him actually cutting in from the right side where his position is. So yeah, this is just kind of that team. All untradeable, I believe, except, yeah, so I think almost all of these guys are untradeable other than Richarlison. So not a lot going on there. We'll move on from that one. And then, let's see, the French team. Again, not that exciting. I, for some reason, was getting like almost all of the Monaco Champions League cards. I got a bunch of them. I mean, this one's only 3, but I think I even turned one in for one of the SBCs. I haven't played with this team either. I think I actually did play with it when we needed to score goals with ones to watch cards, but that was really it in squad battles. So yeah, this is all first owner other than Golovin, who I just bought as an investment. I mean, I bought him at discard price, and I'm pretty sure he's still at discard price. So sometime whenever he scores a goal or gets an inform, I'll just sell him on and make a few thousand coins. Nothing too crazy going on there. And then last but not least is the La Liga team that I have, which is actually a really solid team if I could just get a left back. I mean, with the likes of Cruz and Rakitic in the midfield, really solid. This Andre Silva I packed along with the Mohamed Salah in the draft rewards, so it was a really good pack for me. It was a 50k pack, so a lot of coins in this one. If an SBC is ever useful or something like that, I think we're getting Player of the Month La Liga this year, so potentially he might be useful at trading him in for an SBC later on. But yeah, this is the team. I haven't used this one yet either. Really just been playing with the Prem team and the Italian League team. And going forward, I do want to kind of make a hybrid and bring in some of these really good players like Cruz. Cruz, I think a lot of people really like him this year. He is, like, a lot of people talk about putting him in the midfield as like a guaranteed, because pace isn't quite that big of a deal. And as you can see, I have a lot of players on my bench. I actually kind of made a stupid move in trying to invest for Hazard Player of the Month way too early. So I overpaid on all of these Christensens, Pedros, Girouds. So for right now, I'm just kind of holding on to them to see if they do go up once Hazard is given the Player of the Month card, which potentially could be happening tomorrow or today, actually, on the day that this is going live. But if it did, I will sell them on, make some coins. Same with these Pablo Fornals. I picked them up at like anywhere between 14 and 16k, and that's kind of the price that he's holding right now. But an 84 rated inform at 16k will always pay off down the road. Who knows if it's going to be, you know, tomorrow with potential SBCs or whatever happens on a Friday, but definitely will make coins on him eventually. And then same with this Barzagli. I won one of them on bid for like 37,000 coins, something like that. And then I was just picking up other ones that were cheap as I was listing them up. So just kind of paying attention. The Champions League cards are really good for trading right now, kind of as Run the Foot Market was saying in his streams lately. That's how he made a lot of his coins, and now he's kind of moved on to using icons for trading. But that's currently kind of the state of my club. I'll briefly go through, you know, here's my match earnings, and then the transfer profit. Not doing terribly, 584,000. So I do have quite a few coins in players and in investments in my club, which will eventually get turned liquid and make me coins. And then this stuff, not that exciting, top squad, whatever. It all depends on just who you have on your bench. And then I'll briefly run through the players in the club. The first like 3 pages are all just the loan players that you can get from the catalog. And then all these other informs and things that you didn't see in any teams are just investments for future, you know, SBCs or whatever it is. Some of them are pack pulled, some of them are just purchased for cheap, like this Paco Alcacer. I think I got him for like 11,000 coins or something like that today with the release of Weekend League rewards. So again, that's just an investment. Royce is most likely winning Player of the Month for the Bundesliga this year, and this year we might get SBCs for that. So I picked him up in case you need a inform or at least a Borussia Dortmund high-rated team. He might go up. This card I packed like week 1. I think he's pretty sure he is a week 1 inform, and he's still only worth like 13,000 coins. But again, if an inform is needed for a Bundesliga SBC, he's great. I'll have him. I won't have to spend any money, and we'll just make coins on him down the road. Same with this Sobiech, or Sobiech, however you pronounce it. Packed him, not really worth anything, so just held on to him. And then these other cards, as I said, company bought as an investment, potentially needing a high-rated Belgium team. Fabregas, another investment that I got. I think I got him for like 5,000 coins. Yeah, just under 5,000 coins for an 84 rated Spanish player who links to a lot of people, and then also in the Prem for Chelsea. Just seems like an obvious and easy investment for Hazard. So all these other players that you didn't see, Radecki was just an investment. Carvalho I packed in my Weekend League rewards video that went up yesterday. And then some of these other ones are either 82s that I've purchased or just packed. Again, nothing too special here, just random players that I have in the club that either will eventually be useful or will just get sold when they go up and shoot up in price with SBCs. Really used for whatever their purpose may be down the road. So I'll just switch it to gold real quick. The silvers aren't that important, and then I'll actually just switch it to untradeable now, as you just saw all of my tradable items. So again, all of the loans. So here, Cruz, as you saw in the La Liga team, really exciting pack pull. I'm excited to use him. I faced him a few times and he scores bangers almost every time, so I think he'll be a great card to have moving forward, and a high rated card if ever, you know, a really great SBC comes out and I want to use him in that. And then the other cards, you saw all these when I ran through the teams. Halvdes is that other pick player that I got this week. High rated German left back. He was in the episode yesterday. Figure he'll be useful eventually. Then yeah, the other ones just untradables. I tend to kind of just rinse through the non-rare golds that I have in my club once the weekends, once all of the SBCs come out, and then by the time, you know, the marquee matchups and things like that come out the following week, I've already gotten new rewards for squad battles and for division rivals and things like that, that I can do them without having to go out and buy too many players. So that's why I have all these random untradeable cards in my club. I did a decent amount of the UCL upgrades, so you see some of those mixed in here. I didn't really get anything all that great. The Miranda being my best card, and that was actually my girlfriend who packed that for me. So she's the lucky one with the special cards, at least. Maybe I should have had her open my Champions League packs yesterday, and maybe I would have gotten some better rewards. But regardless, that's what my club looks like right now, and hopefully as we go forward, we do work towards that dream team. So if you guys like the video, I would really appreciate likes, comments, and subscribing. I do want to upload daily. That is the goal. Who knows if I'll be able to attain it. I do work full-time, so getting videos up every single day may be difficult for me. On the days where I know I'm going to be busy, I'm going to try my best to record a few ahead of time, get those edited, worked out, and everything, and then be able to ship those out on those days where I can't record and upload the same day. But we'll see as those go. Other than that, I do also want to mention I do have a podcast. I mentioned it in yesterday's video as well. It's called Footy and Football. I upload it. It has its own YouTube channel as well as a SoundCloud page. And I upload either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning every single week discussing the English Premier League, Champions League, international break, and then also I switch from European football, or really world football, to talking about American football, so the NFL. And my favorite team is the Packers, so I talk about the Packers a lot, along with, I'm in the Cleveland area, so I discuss the Browns quite a bit. But then, actually moving forward, this coming week is going to be the first week where I have one of my friends come on, and we get kind of a different perspective than just my own, talking about the Premier League. And this weekend's actually an international break, so he's going to watch some international games, discuss those with me, and we're just going to have a great time. It's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and I would appreciate any feedback people have to offer. You know, saying things they like, saying things they don't like, maybe switching things around, whatever it is. Really, any feedback on everything that I'm doing is greatly appreciated, because I am new to all of this, so I want my content to be the best content it could possibly be. And to do that, I need the feedback. I need the constructive criticism. If you're just going to be a jerk, don't bother, just move along. But if you do have suggestions and ideas for what I can do, because I want, like, this is meant to entertain other people, but also entertain me. So if you guys have any ideas of things that you want me to do, whether it's playing with a special person in the game or playing with some friends, I do have some friends that play FIFA, whatever it is you want me to do, I will try to do it. I will try to appease those who, you know, do give that feedback and do give me suggestions, because I will greatly appreciate it, and it will only make my content better. So, as I said, please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by, saying hello, and watching the video today. And one last idea is that I do want to do monthly club updates similar to this video. So check back each month. I know this is kind of a random time to do it. It's the middle of October, so I think the next one will be in the beginning of November, but after that it'll be beginning of each month, November, December, January, and so on. So as I said, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Peace.